Welcome, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
What a great day. My name is Sherman Coleman, and I'm part of the dynamic team from the Frederick County Office of Economic Development. And I want to personally welcome you to our graduation for the 2017 class, Future Minority Business Leaders class, the inaugural class. At this time, I would like to invite our county executive to come up. She was with us back in March during the opening ceremonies, and we thought it would only be fitting for her to be here at the closing ceremony. So with no further ado, County Executive Jan Gardner.
Good morning, everyone. Are you excited? Well, I really wanted to be here this morning to congratulate all of you because you are the first ever graduating class of the Future Minority Business Leaders. And I have to say, you're all on the cutting edge by definition. So thank you for participating in this class and congratulations. When I last spoke to you, you were just beginning this journey. Over the past 8 months, you've dedicated your time to growing professionally and personally, and you've been able to strengthen your leadership skills and to learn strategies to start or grow your business. Frederick County really wants to share our resources with you, share whatever we can with you, so that we can ensure that you'll be successful. The growing diversity of Frederick County is our greatest strength, and we're committed to creating an environment in our community where everyone can be successful and where there's opportunities available for everyone to achieve whatever they want to achieve. This program is part of my commitment to that goal. I want you to achieve the American dream, and I want you to do it right here in Frederick County. So we want to make sure that when you start your business, that you grow that business here in Frederick County. That's part of why we're investing in your success. The County Office of Economic Development launched a Minority Business Vision program in 2015 as a way to bring the minority business community together so they could network, share resources, share lessons learned, and work towards a stronger, more connected community, which ultimately leads to other opportunities. When you network with people, you're never quite sure where it's going to take you, but the more people you meet, the more people you connect with, the more success and opportunity you can find. That Future Leaders program then developed the Minority Business Vision, then developed the Future Leaders program. So the program you've now completed was designed to develop all of you to be future leaders in Frederick County. It was meant to enhance your skills and to give you the tools that you need to be successful. Ultimately, we want to have a community of minority business leaders to help mentor the next generation. So we want to pass it on. A few weeks ago, in my State of the County address, I spoke about how proud I was of this program. It really is an investment in our community to develop leadership and to create a talented pool of leaders. You were selected to be part of that first class because you showed strong signs of leadership qualities and because you have a passion for Frederick County. I certainly share that passion. Every day I have the great opportunity to witness wonderful things happening in our community, happening in Frederick County government and happening outside of Frederick County. Innovative things are happening all around our community, and innovation is really what makes our economy thrive. In the past 2 years, we've had a lot of success in Frederick County in terms of keeping our economy going. We've added more than 4,200 jobs over 9 different industry sectors. So we want to have jobs in every kind of area. For the first time ever, we've topped over 100,000 jobs in Frederick County. Our unemployment rate remains below 4%, lower than both state and national averages, and our commercial vacancy rate is at a 5-year low. Private investment in commercial industrial projects this year stands at about $143 million, more than double the investment at the same period in 2014. So it seems that we're doing some things right, and we want to keep that going. We've accomplished all of this by being on the cutting edge, by leading the way, and by being innovative. As the global economy continues to change, I think one of our fundamental responsibilities for those of us who are leaders in the community is to make sure that we have an economy that works for everyone. That's why I spend a lot of time talking about jobs and why I spend some time talking about developing leadership. And we want to make sure that we create jobs and that we create an environment that will attract millennials, because they're really the people who are going to move us into the future. And so I know there's a little bit of good news on that front. Everybody's fighting to get those millennials in their communities. But the number of people between the age of 25 and 34 has grown in Frederick County by 11% since 2010, and that's good news. That's more than the growth statewide and more than the growth in the Washington metro area. Now, I know some of you fall into that age group, and some of you may be a little more seasoned like me. So no matter what your age, well, that's a nice way to say it, isn't it? Last night I talked about the silver tsunami, but I said, hair color has helped that too. Some of you fall into that age group and others maybe don't. But no matter what your age, each of you is important to shaping the future of Frederick County, and we really want to have a bright future for our business leaders. So this is one of the reasons we created this program. It's all about you. You are the people who we are looking for to move Frederick forward into the next decade and beyond. So I want to say this to you. Seize your power. Seize your opportunity. Take advantage of what's been presented to you. And the time to do that is now. You now have the tools you need to be successful. You've perfected your elevator pitch. You've examined your finances. You've determined how you personally define success and leadership. Now, a week or so ago, I had the great opportunity to interview and speak with your dynamic and energetic valedictorian, Judy Buchanan, about the Future Minority Business Leaders Program and how it made a difference for her. Now, Judy is definitely enthusiastic and energetic and excited about what her future holds, and I have to say I was really impressed with that conversation. So one of the things Judy said I thought was worth repeating, and I want to share it with you because I think it really captures some great concepts about what leadership is and what this program is all about. So Judy said, leadership is birthed from the strong desire to make a difference, wherever the leader is called to act. A good leader inspires and empowers others to achieve a desired outcome that they originally thought was out of reach. And I think that's a great description. The desire to make a difference is what motivates most leaders. Leadership is based on action. I always say leadership is about bravery, about stepping out of your comfort zone and doing what you think needs to be done. The best ideas are worth nothing without the action that can bring them to life. Inspiring and empowering others is a natural extension of trying to make a difference. And you don't really need to look any farther than Sherman Coleman to find someone who inspires and empowers others to achieve. Sherman is the driving force behind the Minority Business Vision and the Future Minority Business Leaders Program. And I think it's fair to say that Sherman spends every single day actively trying to help other people be successful. So, Sherman, thank you for your time, your energy, and the heart that you put into making this class a reality. It really shows your passion to help others be successful. I also want to thank our Director of Economic Development, Helen Profiter, and her staff for all they do. Sandy Wagerman, who's here. It really takes the whole team to get things done. And I want to thank you for empowering Sherman to be able to be successful with this program. So this is the first ever class. So you're cutting edge. We want to know, what did we do well? What can we do better? We're always looking to figure out how we can make things work. So one lesson that I hope each of you will take away from this program is how important it is to support and empower others. Surround yourself with competent people. Surround yourself with people who share your vision and your goals, and be supportive of others. You've now developed a network of friends and colleagues over the past few months. Build on those relationships. They'll serve you well in the years to come as you take the reins to lead in this community. You just never know who's going to come back around to help you with something. You know, my mother always said to me, I don't know if I should really quote my mother, but she would say, friends may come and go, but enemies accumulate. be nice to everybody. Everybody has something that they can share with you. So congratulations on successfully completing the inaugural Future Minority Business Leaders course. The session may be over, but the learning and growing never ends. It's lifelong learning. I really look forward to seeing the bright future that you will create for yourselves and for Frederick County. So seize your power, seize the opportunity, seize the day. The time is now. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Sherman.
I would like to thank our county executive for those kind words. This has been a successful program, and it will continue to be successful. But as you have learned in the class and throughout life, leadership starts at the top and filters down. And I want to say that there would not be a program if it wasn't for Jan Gardner. Jan Gardner had the vision to establish something of this nature. She's a visionary. So leadership starts at the top and filters down. And I just want to give accolades to our current executive and also the director, Helen Profiter, for having the vision. Because without vision, you operate in blinders, and there's no open opportunity if you have blinders on. So we are very thankful to have leaders like that in Frederick County, and also examples to follow. They've paved the road for us to walk down, to follow, and we're very appreciative of that. At this time, I would like to invite up Judy Buchanan, who was voted by the class as the class valedictorian. And without further ado, Judy.
Right. So first, I'd like to say thank you so much for having me here, and thank you to my class for voting me into this illustrious position. I really appreciate it, and I feel like I'm part of a family more than anything else. I want to first say thank you to all of the folks that we have here, our county executive, Jan Gardner, Helen Profiter, the director of economic development, and Elizabeth Cromwell for being here as the president for the Frederick County Chamber, because without your support, we wouldn't be having this class. And so it's really important, I think, to invest in our future, and that's what you all have decided to do here, invest in our future and in our community. And so I thought today, as well, I'd like to talk a little bit about leadership. And in my class, everyone is a leader. And not only that, they're not just leaders, but they inspire others, they empower others by just the example that they're showing to the rest of the world. And so I'd like to talk about leadership. And one of the quotes that I really like is that when the best leader's work is done, the people say, "We did it ourselves." Lao Tzu. And so it's about empowering others as well as empowering ourselves. So again, I'll re-quote myself again. Leadership is birthed from a strong desire to make a difference wherever the leader is called to act. And a good leader inspires and empowers others to achieve a desired outcome that they originally thought was out of reach. And I really believe that there are several key attributes to successful leaders, that they possess these attributes. And all of the people that came in and supported us in our classes have these attributes as well. They're leaders in our community, and they inspired us to move forward. So the first one I'd like to talk about is positive, open, and being authentic in our attitude. Right? My father, you quoted your mother, I'm quoting my father now. He always said, attitude is everything. It's everything. And so possessing an open and positive attitude with the ability to see solutions instead of problems creates an environment in which success is achievable. And a leader realizes that we all have gifts to share with the world and encourages others to develop those gifts. An authentic leader expresses their personal truth and inspires others to show their true selves as well. So another attribute that I'd like to focus on is knowing ourselves and the team. So great leaders spend time on self-exploration to understand how their strengths can support the goal and how their weaknesses can be mitigated to achieve positive outcomes. Through active listening and understanding, leaders can play up their team's strengths and shore up the weaknesses to achieve their mission. And I think that is vital, is knowing yourself and knowing others around you. The third attribute that I'd like to talk about is about being humble and knowing when to ask for help. So true leaders realize that we're all on a journey, and a journey of learning and exploration, and that we aren't the ones that maybe know it all, right? And so it's important for us to be able to ask for help when required, and knowing how to follow when we're not in a position of leadership, to attribute to the whole group's goals and to the gain for that mission as a whole. So, knowing when we have those, because we are going to be on a roller coaster, right, in terms of developing our business and working in the community. We're human beings. So we need to know when that it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to reach out. And it's wonderful that we now have a community in which to reach out to, and knowing where those resources are. So the fourth attribute that I'd like to talk about is just about possessing clarity, confidence, and courage. You talked about courage. A leader is someone who possesses that clarity of vision of what could be, and the confidence to build consensus and to pursue it, and the courage to choose really sometimes the hard right over the easy wrong when faced with challenging situations. So the fifth attribute I'd like to talk about too is living by example. And I personally believe in the golden rule. And you talked about that as well, about being kind to others and expecting that kindness to come back. We all deserve and should expect to be treated with respect and compassion. Successful leaders do what they say they're going to do. They act responsibly when errors are made, and they elicit trust from others through their actions and their deeds. And finally, I think one of the most important things about this program and developing leaders overall is leadership is about supporting the growth of the next generation of leaders. And the best leaders develop future leaders by building and mentoring team members. They empower them through education and providing them with tools to succeed. So I just want to emphasize today through my words what I've learned in this class and how important this class has been to me and to my classmates in developing our skill sets, in recognizing that we're part of a community and that we're not alone in creating this beautiful new world that we're all walking into. And that we do recognize that when things get tough, because they do, we know where to go to get those resources and that support and help that we need to continue to grow our businesses in this community. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me up here. And I wanted to, again, emphasize my classmates and what they have done. And I also want to say a huge thank you to Sherman Coleman for being our leader in this process and supporting us in the growth of becoming more of the leaders that we need to be, and to supporting us in being the leaders that we can for our community to develop that next generation, because it is about community. Nothing is done alone. So thank you very much.
Thank you for your kind words, Judy. Really appreciate that. One of the things I really took pride in with this class was the kind of the personal signature that the class represented. It was a feeling of cohesiveness from the beginning, and it was a journey. We all got on this journey, and we didn't know, we knew where we wanted to go, but we didn't know the path we were going to take. Whether it's going to be a bumpy ride, smooth ride, what curves we're going to run into. But we navigated through the process, and we got through it. And I think looking back on it, we can all say that we really feel good about what we accomplished for ourselves, but also what we accomplished with each other. Because there's nothing like the developing as a team, growing as a team. And these are relationships that can go on for years down the road. And Heather's going to touch on that a little later. But this is just the beginning of the journey that you're going to go forward. And what I asked of each of you is to reach out and bring somebody along the same road. buy someone else a ticket so they can take the ride. And then they can buy someone else a ticket. So it's just a ongoing process. And we will be, Frederick County has it going on. And we are at a good place at a good time, and the future is now. At this time, it's time for the awarding of the certificates. I would like to call our County Executive Jan Gardner up front along with Helen Profiter, and we'll get started with that process. I'm going to just call the name out. It will come up. And you just give each of them a pen.
Oh, are you handing them this?
I'm going to hand them to you, and then you give it to Jan, and then say,
You can hand it to him and I'll just shake hands with you.
okay. Philly Agueda. Yeah. Thank you. The pen.
Congratulations.
And you're going to take a picture.
Are we taking a picture?
Yeah. Each
Why
one.
don't you get it?
No, go ahead.
Just well, like two, just to make sure.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Kevin Brown. Is Kevin here? Okay. James Baker. Judy Buchanan. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Where are my big girl shoes?
Mia Collins. Darlene Gilson.
There you go. Very nice pen. Congratulations.
One, two, three. Come here. Okay, one more. I have to switch to my cell phone. I go old fashioned way. All right.
Melanie Long.
Congratulations, Melanie.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Sorry, my frame is floppy. Back up just in case.
Jay Martinez.
Congratulations. Wow.
Congratulations.
Michelle Newsom Smith.
Thanks so much.
Sandy Pusarelli. thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Awesome. You guys did this first.
Marlon Ramirez.
Congratulations, and it's nice to see your family here too. We have to make sure they can get a picture.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thomas Sly.
Aren't you gonna miss all these people?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Anusha Sarvavastava. I got it right.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Kenyon Summers. Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Woohoo! 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 The individuals who weren't here today, I'll make sure they get their certificates. As leadership, as you well know, it's all about developing partnerships. And we developed a partnership with the Frederick County Chamber of Commerce. When I met with Elizabeth Cromwell, she was all for getting involved with the program, as well as with the Minority Business Vision. And from day one, they've been very supportive, to the extent that they have agreed to give a scholarship, full scholarship, for next year's Leadership Frederick County class. At this point in time, we're going to have our county executive draw from a top hat the winner of the award.
Sherman, have the county executive pick, have Elizabeth announce. Come on up, Elizabeth.
Okay.
Announce the name, it's your program.
You sure?
Wow.
Can we throw business cards in there?
All right, you pick.
Okay, this is a great program as
Yeah,
well.
it really
So
is.
It'll be in the 31st annual class with over 1,000 Leadership Frederick alumni. And the winner is Kevin Brown.
He's not here. I'll make sure he's not
All
here.
right,
So I'll
all
make
right.
sure he knows about that.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. That was fun.
Thank you so much. At this time, we'll take a short break.